Hey, what's going on, friends? My name is John Waldman. I'm a filmmaker based in New York, and today I want to talk about a new way to stabilize your camera. And now I'd like to introduce the SAKK. The SAKK saves your back. So recently I've been trying to figure out new ways to stabilize my camera, and I had my Easy Rig out for repair, so just started doing a little bit of research, different methods, different pieces of gear. And I saw an ad from SAKK. It popped up somewhere on my Instagram, or maybe I had started following them. I was intrigued by the product. They sent me the SAKK, and I'm gonna make this YouTube video kind of as an exchange. They're not gonna watch this video before I post it, but just wanna get that out of the way. I didn't wanna rush making this video. I actually wanted to bring it out on set, which I did. I'll just start talking about some things I like before I even got a camera on here. I was like genuinely blown away at how small this thing is. It's so freaking light. Saddle is their competitor, and this is kind of, basically the same sort of product. To my knowledge, Saddle costs about 2 times, if not more, than the SAKK. And right now in the United States, you could get the SAKK on sale for 170 bucks. I think that's a great price, especially compared to the competitors on the market. So yeah, it's super small. Build quality is nice. Pockets on the side. You just throw it right in your trunk, whatever. It's easy to bring with you. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and it does have a lot of value for me. Since my Easy Rig was out in the shop, now it's backed. I wanted to bring this, and I did use this on the shoots, and some days I was kind of switching off back and forth. I still think I'm primarily an Easy Rig guy, but this is probably gonna always come with me, or at least stay in my car as a backup, because now I know if I'm in a pinch, and yeah, I have the SAKK. If I'm on set wearing all black, this just kind of, blends in with everything. So that I definitely do like. It's a smaller form factor versus my Easy Rig. My Easy Rig takes up a lot of space, and sometimes I'll get some funny looks for that. Yeah, let's get a camera on here, and I guess I'll just show you. So the side, you could adjust this to however high or low that you want to make it. I really like the neck strap is pretty solid. So you put it on, do it like this, make sure the neck strap is on, just like that. And so for the jobs, I was using the FX6, and you'll see footage of that. Not all jobs are gonna require the FX6, so I figured let me just get the FX3 on here as well. I feel no pressure on my back. There's a little bit of tension here, but it doesn't hurt. That's kind of where the weight's going. It's like an extension of my body, so this is just like another place of contact. Super light. So I'm just gonna film right now. I have no stabilization on. This is about 40 or so millimeters. And look at this, it's very easy to operate. I'm gonna switch it on to that active stabilization. Let's try that walk again, still at 24 millimeters. Yeah, this is honestly a very enjoyable shooting experience. So I love shooting handheld footage, and this is what the SAKK is made for. There's just something about that handheld aesthetic that's so raw and just so easy to switch from the SAKK to the tripod to the SAKK. There's no like rigging up, attaching to a thing. It's just boom, boom. Definitely really like that. And honestly, some of the footage I was getting on my 70-200 with this configuration, I was almost feeling at points that I was able to keep it just a hair more stable than the Easy Rig. Probably because, your camera isn't like dangling from a thing. It's just like, you're just kind of boop, posted up right here. Yeah, I mean, look how stable this is. I'm gonna start rolling. It's so stable, I can multitask. I could film and drink Celsius at the same time. Come on, guys. I mean, it's in the slogan, saves your back, saves your arms. Again, I've been holding this. I feel no strain whatsoever. So just in general, for handheld footage, regardless what camera you have, this is a XLR top handle extension. Get a top handle, so this way, instead of holding the camera like this, you hold it like this. This is definitely front heavy of a setup. Now you're just like letting gravity do its thing. You have the top handle, boom, you're able to pick it up. It also gives you another point of contact if you want to have that. This combination is great, and honestly, if you don't have any form of stabilization in your kit, like I said, I would make sure you have a top handle, but this might be a nice option. Honestly, I wish I had something like this. When I was starting out, I was really just in gimbal mode for years and years and years, and then I got away from that. I still do it sometimes, and you'll actually see in my upcoming vlogs, I'm a few behind, but which also I have a series of vlogs. You could come behind the scenes with me on set, and we get into the nitty gritty, with crew, lighting, logistics, life as a freelancer. So I'm gonna link above my vlog playlist. So yeah, I think this is a great method for getting very nice handheld footage. I also love you could like kind of like lean into it. I can't explain it. This really just feels like an extension of my body. It just creates another point of contact. So with the FX6 rig, it was a little bit bigger and heavier, almost pushing the camera into the SAKK just to like really lock it in. And honestly, I was pretty impressed with this for long form recordings. I was doing a job where it was kind of like a event panel discussion kind of thing. I was just kind of sitting there with my 70-200 like this, and I was chilling for a while, and I really didn't feel any strain. And aesthetically, it's pretty clean, I won't lie. This is a really sleek design. I mentioned before, like there's little battery pouches. The whole thing was just seems very well thought out, and especially at the price point, I think it's a very good buy considering all the things that you get. All right, so I do have a couple of tips. I'm gonna put this down. So my first tip is when you get it, adjust the height for it to fit your needs, whether you want it lower, want it higher, like as high up as possible, because a lot of these dock jobs I've been doing, I'm on a 70-200, and typically the longer the lens, you want to bring it up higher, or it's because like you don't want to like shoot really low with a 70-200, it would just look weird. Like you want to be almost at like eye level. So adjust it to the length that you want. And then, like I said, put the SAKK over your shoulder, make sure the neck piece is right here. I've already said this, but definitely have a top handle. That'll definitely help with this configuration. Off the tripod onto the SAKK, etc., etc. Another point of contact, so you don't have to just like hold your camera and fidget with it like that. And then with my FX6, what I was doing is one hand on the handle, one hand on the body, sometimes two like this. Anyways, just creating more points of contact to keep the footage more stable. With this, you know, being a review, I also need to talk about the cons. The first time I was trying to like re-level everything, like bring it higher. So having a little bit of a difficult time doing that. Maybe I just don't know how straps work, but yeah, it was a little bit annoying and cumbersome, and it's not one of those things that like you could adjust on the fly. So basically you adjust it and the level you create is the level you're at. Whereas like the Easy Rig, I have quick access to like whoop, whoop, like go up, go down. Y'all like my sound effects. Maybe I should get into that too. Anyways, that is kind of a con for me, especially in like a documentary setting, which is a lot of the work that I do. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. SAKK, I'm sure you're gonna watch this. I would love on a version 2, if there was like a button where it releases the tension, then I can make it shorter, and then when you unclick it, it locks. So some sort of like quick release button where you could like strap, like click a button, I wanna bring it up, you let go, now it's there. I wanna go back, button, down, boom. I think that would be awesome, and then I would really be having a conversation with myself if I would permanently take this over the Easy Rig, although I'm also building a shoulder rig. Gotta have all the rigs. So another thing, this is more of a personal problem, but if you're shooting on an FX6, handle gets kind of stuck in here. You can't really get it in there. Or a way I could fix that problem is if I get like a handle relocator and then have the handle out here, which one day I will have a setup like that. But something to note with this camera though, like the FX3, not really an issue, but you're not like, you know, it's just something to note. The not being able to adjust the thing like up and down easily on the fly is enough of a con for me to not make it my main form of stabilization. I do love the versatility of this and what you can use, but just given my setup and what I already have in your kit, but I mean, maybe right now you're just shooting, you have a mirrorless camera, like, yeah, maybe check this out, because you don't want to be like holding your small cameras. That's why I recommend the top handle. Throwing this in, you can get some pretty buttery handheld footage. So maybe it just depends on what you already have in your kit. But that's it, guys. I hope you liked me talking about my SAKK today. So SAKK, thank you for sending me this. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, getting some value from this. I am genuinely enjoying this product. I plan on using it more. It's gonna come on set with me all the time, and you know, if you guys follow along my vlogs, you could kind of see maybe new things that I'm learning, more scenarios where I'm using it. I mean, I've also seen people like, you know, you don't have a tripod, put this on a table, bam, like you could get really creative with this. And you know what, maybe when I'm tired on set, which sometimes happens at lunch, I can go for a little nap. All right, I won't do that. Anyways, guys, that's about it. I know it's been a while since, well, I guess I did review the Zhiyun light, which I am using right here as my key light right now. I know it's been a while since I've had like one of my like more YouTube videos, not just like my BTS vlogs. Anyways, that's it. Appreciate it, guys. And because you can see me, I get to cheers you. Cheers. Bye.